tape.
Relax here.
Okay, here we are, Uncle. It's Saturday. It's the VHS watch party. Should be good.
My watch party?
Your watch party, correct. You excited about this?
Yeah, well,
We're gonna watch tapes.
take.
Here, I'll probably here. We'll turn the music off here so we can get down to business, so we're not distracted anymore. I'm going to check real quick, Uncle.
Who's that thing, Pat? Oh, that idiot.
I'm gonna check my Twitter profile and see if it's live streaming this. It should be, but I don't see that it is.
Yeah, there is again. Idiot.
I want to check because what I did.
What did you
What's going
do?
on here? I'm
What
trying
are you
to.
playing with your...
I'm trying to make sure everything's streaming. Hold on. Connect to OBS Zoom.
I have to have the
Offline.
crack room on this.
Stop streaming. Everything should be good. Wait a minute. It's not streaming there. Let's check your YouTube channel. I just want to make sure everything's working. So I don't want to do this. Okay, yes, we're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. I'll check Twitch real quick. Bear with me, everybody. I just want to make sure everything is working this time. We're going to check Twitch real fast. Here's our channel on Twitch. Yes, we hear ourselves there. So Twitch is a go. YouTube is a go. What I did, Uncle, on Twitter, I just signed up for premium with my account. I linked my account, but I don't know if it's posting it. I don't know what the hell is going on with that.
Oh, you just put a new account on?
I paid for premium on Twitter.
What's a premium?
It doesn't matter. Who cares? Let's get down to the business of this thing. Let's see. So we are watching VHS tapes on a Saturday. This is going to be fun. So let me pull up the appropriate. Well, there we go. Let me pull up the appropriate graphics. Here we are. Okay, so we can see we have our VCR working. Sally Doll is still in the chat from last night. Let me make sure I got the chat up and running. I'll put a new welcome. I'm writing this in the chat now to Uncle's VHS watch party. Please join us here in the chat. There. So that should post. We've got Restream set up. Everything's going through. Yeah. Everything's cool, Uncle.
Oh, time and time. Something right.
It's about time. It's about time. So,
well, let's get started.
With that in mind, let's. We've got a lot of tapes to go through here. Hold on. Check this out. Let me show.
Go up the next first three. Let's see what's on the box. But next four.
Oof. It is a pile. So the viewers can see our pile of tapes we have to choose from. Look at this.
I know.
This many tapes we have to choose from. It's a lot. It's 2, 4. We got 7 tapes we can choose from. So, Uncle, go ahead and you got that? Can you grab that? So there's that. Take a look at those and see what looks good there. We've got. So you're looking at.
What is this?
So go ahead and hold that one up. That's.
What is this thing?
This one is Brushstroke Basics, Folk Flirt One Stroke Style painting. So this is like a painting how-to. A specific kind of folk art. You can learn how to do that kind of painting with this VHS tape.
This could be a teaching lesson.
It is. It's a teaching one.
On this one.
So
now,
that
this
could be good.
one.
This
is the exercise course.
Look at this. The late great Richard Simmons. This is one of his, sweating to the oldies VHS tapes. So this is an absolute classic. Another exercise one. We did exercise with Billy Blanks last time.
Yeah, well.
So we do have this.
We have this, but I don't think we're going to have the exercises.
Uncle, we just got this today at the
This is tempting.
Top Guns.
That's tempting.
This is amazing. What this is the actual, not Top Gun the movie, but it's like a documentary of the actual guys, the naval pilots who do this in real life. And it's a documentary about that. So that could be very good. That was a good find there. My son found that today at the thrift. We also got this today. It's old cartoons. So we've watched an old cartoon tape before. Those are always interesting. You never know what those are going to have. We've got the winning soccer. We've had this for a minute. I haven't watched this yet. It's instructional how to play soccer good.
I wish we had your son here for that one.
Yeah, he could learn from that perhaps. He's actually watching a soccer game right now. But anyway, this is a calculus video, which I think could be interesting. So math. This is a sort of a tutoring math video, which I think could be pretty good. You learn calculus.
I think we got the one I think I want.
Okay.
For today.
This is orange belt instructional
Bonsai.
Self-defense. This is about like karate or something. I'm not sure which.
It's a bonsai pantry.
Well, it has a bonsai tree on the cover, but what it is see these guys? It's martial arts. This too is an instructional video. It teaches you how to do the orange belt, whatever qualifies you as an orange belt.
Lost.
So we've got all these tapes, Uncle. It's hard to choose. Which one do you think we should go with? I think we should save Richard Simmons for later.
Yeah.
We did exercise last week.
Let's put the exercise ones together. That one.
Yeah, I suppose this is kind of exercise.
Yeah, put them two together.
All right. Those are classified together.
Let's try the painting.
You want to do the painting? Okay.
Let's try this one for something.
So,
new.
Okay, so this is, let me see.
Listen.
Let me take another look. This is folk art. So the A was odd. Folk art one stroke. Brushstroke basics. Donna Dewberry teaches you. Yeah, this could be good. Yeah, we'll watch this. This is from 1997, 2002. This is a newer one. Yeah. I don't see what the runtime is, but that's okay. 30 minutes. So this is a nice quick one.
Oh, it is?
So, yeah, this is a pretty fast one. So we'll put this one in.
30 minutes. Well,
if anybody shows up, if anybody's here watching, please do join the chat. I'm going to see if I see anybody. I don't notice. It's telling me offline, which I know is not true. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, join the chat if you can. Love to have you. And right now, let's just put this in. We might have to rewind it. I don't know. I haven't checked that. It looks like we do. So we'll put this in first.
In the war, these people sign in these thrift stores and not rewind these things. I don't get it.
You know how these things go, Uncle. So let's see here.
I bet you half of these that you got in the thrift store are not rewound.
Seems to be that way.
Probably aren't.
So we are rewinding the tape, and once it's done, we will. It looks like it's getting there. It's slowing down. Let's see here, and we'll get right to watching this. You are watching the VHS Watch Party with Uncle here on a Saturday. We do these on the weekends. We do the VHS watch parties. We've gotten. I'm excited about our collection, Uncle. We got a good collection of tapes going here.
At least now we got something for each Saturday if we do them on the Saturdays.
We can go for quite a while.
Yeah. What was that?
I'm almost dropping the martial arts one here, but I won't. Let's see, I'll put these.
Put these over here.
Stack them over here.
Oh, we can.
We're fine. That's fine like that for now. They're good. This is the tape we're going to watch. Folk art. One stroke. Let's see what it says on the back. One stroke brushes, it tells you. Folk art acrylic colors. Have some funny names to them, it looks like.
We don't have a remote control for this thing.
We're going to need a paper plate, it says. We're going to need a water container.
Paper plate?
It's going to teach us how to do a leaf, a petal, and blending. Pretty interesting. All right. Well, I think the tape is rewound. We will press play and just get on with it here.
The middle, right there.
All right, there we go. Make sure. Let me pull, and you can see it. You can see this, Uncle? Let me turn it so you can.
Well, we can see something.
There, that a little better, maybe.
Glasses.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let me turn my mic a little. There we go.
Brushstroke Basics featuring Donna Dewberry is presented by
Plaid Enterprises Incorporated.
Ooh,
Our
Plaid.
quality paints, stencils, and other tools will make your next project so beautiful, so easy, so Plaid.
Oh, there we go, Uncle. A little ad for you. Here we go. Getting right into it.
I'm Donna Dewberry. Welcome to Brush Stroke Basics. Today I'm going to teach you how to paint the one-stroke technique using folk art paints and one-stroke brushes. Once you've learned my simple techniques, you'll paint a quick and easy project featuring sunflowers and wisterias. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is talk about our paint and our brushes so that you know how to use them when you're painting your project.
You following this, Uncle?
We're using acrylic paints, and these acrylic paints are water-based, which makes it really nice. There's no smell. They're thick and creamy.
Pretty
See,
basic,
we're going to squeeze out our
Base
white,
means there's no
and
stain,
we're going to pick
right?
up a second color so that we
water-based
can load
means,
these brushes.
no
This
stain.
brush
The,
to show
the
you how to
oil,
do this.
the oil paints
right?
are harder to clean
We're
up
gonna
after.
put out
That's
some
for
very
sure.
wine.
You
We put
gotta
out at least
with the
a
water
couple
base, you
of
just clean the brushes in water and all that. It's very easy. Yeah.
And the first brush that
Acrylics
I'm
are good. I
using
like
is a flat
acrylic
brush.
paints.
See our flat brush? It's got synthetic nylon bristles. This is the silver part's the ferrule. Okay, and then when I'm talking about chisel edge, I'm talking about this edge right here on your brush. Okay.
There we go.
Now my
Chisel
bristles are
edge.
long. My flat bristles are longer and thinner. So when we're holding a lot of paint and we push down, watch this. When we push down, it'll spring right back up when we release pressure. See that? All right. So what we're going to do with this brush first is we're
That's
gonna
a real good brush there, Uncle. See the springiness that thing
lay it
had?
on the paper towel.
Okay.
We're going to let the excess water run out, and then we're ready to load the brush. Now, I want you to realize with my flat brushes, I have size 2 all the way to 1.5. Now, see what I've done here? I've
see
dipped
that.
one
I see that.
corner,
Do you
one
see what she
corner.
did?
work in
What?
between.
Yes.
Now, you can't put your paint
It's
next to each
important.
other
That's
and just
what
work in
we
between.
want.
This is where it gets
Depends on what
very
size your brush is.
important.
I know.
All right, dip corner to corner. Now this is the key. We're not doing this number, okay? We're pushing very hard. We want to load this brush 2/3 at least full of paint.
Oh,
And
she's
the only
just-
way you can do that is really.
She's just loading the paint like inside of the brush.
All right.
So she's saying
Now,
like
I want
soak it
at
into the
least
brush.
2/3 up the brush.
2/3.
Before I
Third
do
of the
anything with
paint
this
of the
brush, I want to
brush.
show you how I would load a number 2, the smaller brushes. Basically, from size 12 and lower, you can choose to load your brush like I just showed you, or
Loading the brush. That's what's going
Loading
on.
brushes, okay? We
Load
heard
it.
you twice saying that.
I want to
Listen what she's talking.
She doesn't know she's on the computer now. It's downloading a brush is what it would
what we're
be.
gonna do is we're
download
gonna
your
pick up
brush.
all one color.
Calm
Can you see
down.
that?
Download,
Sidekick.
upload.
Working back and forth so you can get the paint on both sides. Then when we need paint from this brush, the white, we're going to go to the second color, whatever it is, and stroke on one side. So watch this. As I'm stroking, I'm going to dip more. Watch this until it's the shade I want. And then when I need more paint, I'm going to come over here and just dip a little bit more white, not the berry wine. Okay?
Berry
Now, when
wine.
I'm picking up this brush, the larger brush,
Berry wine.
12 and larger, what I'm going to do
I'm just
when I
trying
need
to
more
make sure,
paint
making
is
mental
dip,
notes, Uncle.
I
That's what I'm
know.
doing.
dip ever so lightly and go start
Boom.
painting.
Think in your head.
See this?
Thinking ahead.
Think in your head.
So we
Well,
pick
we're
up
we're
my
doing
shade.
commentary, Uncle.
This is commentary operational.
It's our job is to make commentary over this video. That's the task we have ahead of us here.
Take the script
It's
liner,
very
got
important.
Long bristles. See this? It's got the longer bristles, long skinny, so the paint just flows to the tip. If you put plenty of inky paint in there. So
Inky
let's get
paint.
some berry wine.
Inky paint.
Well, I was going to put some green forest out here since we've already got berry wine there. Okay, we're gonna go into the water 3 times. The first time we make little circles next to our puddle.
What was the name of this color, Uncle?
Again.
The other was berry wine. I don't know what
Berry
the green
wine.
is. Yeah, but what's green?
Okay, usually 3 times.
Berry green?
Now,
Berry
see how big that puddle
Berry
is?
green.
I really want it large. I don't want it small.
No.
Roll the brush.
Good brush.
Most important thing about my technique is loading your brush. So I want you to learn all these steps of loading the brush so that you're prepared to paint with this brush properly. Loading is the most important thing.
Loading.
So remember when I'm showing you how to dip and pick up
Loading.
the color? That's
Loading.
important. I'll show you how to use that script liner in a minute. Now, the last brush I want to show you is the scruffy brush. This is my
Scruffy
beginner's
brush.
favorite brush. See this brush, when it comes out of the package, it's flat.
Look at that
okay?
scruff
What
doggy,
we
Uncle.
want to do is we want to fluff
It's all
this
scruffy.
brush.
They're about to fluff it.
While it's flat, and we're going to take and turn the brush like this. Okay?
Fluffing the scruff brush.
Oh yeah, I see what. Yeah, I know what she's talking
Fluffing the
about.
scruff, Uncle. That's what's going on there.
Then we're going to
Take the scruff of the fluff.
fluff it.
See. Told you. I know what she's doing. I'm an artist.
Okay, it's all dry.
I make art.
Now we're ready to load this brush.
Loading the brush.
Now, when we're loading this brush, we're going to pounce into white, half, okay?
Okay.
And then we're going to half into our second color.
Ooh.
All right, half and half.
I can't wait to see
Now-
how that's used.
When we need more paint, see how hard we're pouncing? That's exactly what we want to do. Continue to go pick up more paint. Now let me show you how to clean this brush. When we want to clean this brush, we're going to take and pounce it straight down. Now this is natural hairs on this brush. So if we rake this brush instead, we will break the bristles. So we want to pinch this brush at the ferrule really tight. Then we want to come to our paper towel and fluff this brush up. Take our fingernails down into the middle again. Fluff it really nice and store it till we're ready to use it again. All right? Now remember, one more time, I want to show you with the flat brush how we're going to clean this brush. We're going to take this brush and we are going to rake this brush right here into our basin. Can you hear that? It's really important to rake that along there. And we want to get all that paint out of the silver, out of the ferrule. That's the only thing that will destroy the chisel edge of this brush. Okay? Now we're ready to paint our projects. Remember, we're going to learn strokes and then paint a project, and you can't do that unless you have good brushes, and these brushes are going to be great for your projects. Well, let's get started with our reusable teaching guides. They're my leaf strokes and everybody's favorites. So let's load our number 12 flat brush and start stroking. The first thing we're going to do is pick up our two colors, remember. We're going to start with a white or yellow. I'm going to dip into white and yellow. Watch this. White, yellow, and let's come over here to our darker green. This is green forest. School bus yellow, wicker white, and green forest. Back and forth. Remember, we want this brush 2/3 full. It was a dampened brush first, so don't forget that. Lay it on the paper towel, and then we're ready to go. Now, I'm going to pick up a little bit more paint because I want to push harder. See this? Hard. Real important. Now, there's 3 important steps that you have to do. Load your brush 2/3 full. Hold the handle straight up and down as I'm stroking my brush, and put pressure. All right? So we've got straight little lines here on our stroke sheet, so we're going to touch that line. We're going to push, turn the green edge slightly towards the tip, not a half circle, and then slide as we lift to the tip. Now remember what I told you, my brushes are longer bristles so that if we release pressure, they spring up. Now what I want you to do is practice across your sheet, wipe it off with your wipes, and practice again. All right, we're going to pick up more paint. Now remember, no water. You only dampened your brush in the beginning, and we're using thick, creamy paint. The folk art paint's really thick and nice for this. Now, this stroke is a complete half circle so that we can do another stroke on the other side, complete half circle, and then we have a leaf. Now, remember what I was saying before. On this one, we don't turn a whole half circle, just slightly. So those are the things you're going to look for as you're practicing on the guide, is to follow my stroke. It's really important, especially when we start wiggling these strokes, okay? Like here's a stroke that's wiggled. We're going to start on the straight line, push down, wiggle. As we're wiggling, I want you to slowly, ever so slowly, follow my green edge, then lift. Now, the stroke's going to look better when you move faster, but at first, 1 or 2 times, I want you slowly to follow my strokes, and then you're going to go faster after that. 1, 2, 3, wiggle, okay? Now, as you go down here, we're going to have this side as a second half of a leaf. Right here, remember, let's go back over here, I'm sorry. We're going to wiggle there. Now, this would be the second half of that leaf. You push down and slide. Push, slide. All right, this stroke right here shows another direction that we're going to be doing some leaves where we push, lift, chisel, push, lift. Remember the chisels, the little fine edges of the bristles. Right here, we're going to push and just slide forward. That's a little leaf or a half of a leaf. Now we have some out there that are lefties. I want to show you a little trick to do with lefties here. This is like acrylic. Let me show you this before we move. We touch, lean forward, and lift as we come around. Now there's a little bit of a trick to that, and that's lifting the yellow as we come up. All right? You notice I keep coming over and picking up paint. Very important. Now I'm going to flip this leaf. Everybody loves this, doing a turn leaf. It looks like you don't have to do all this extra shading. It's one-stroke painting, blending, shading, and highlighting in each stroke. And it happens as we're doing this stroke here. We start on the line. Look, this is a starter stroke. 1, 2, 3. That's to get ready. 1, 2, 3. It kind of blends the color, pushes your bristles down. Now you want me to do that again? Everybody loves seeing that. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Now wiggle. Watching my green edge. Lift the brush slightly. Turn the brush completely in my fingers. I rolled it in my fingers and lift. All right, that takes a little bit of practice, but you'll have fun doing it. Now, sunflower leaves, watch this. We're here on the edge. We're going to loop, 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 all the way to the tip. Now, what you're going to find as you go along this guide are simple little strokes that are lots of fun. If you're a lefty, I was starting to talk about lefties and I left you behind, so let's go back to you. Now, this is what I want you to do. All you have to do is turn your guide. A right-handed person strokes to the right. If you're lefty, you turn this way. I can't really stroke left, but I'm going to pretend here. When you're doing the stroke, it's easier for you to turn and pull this towards your tummy, towards your body. All right? That's one thing that will help you on these strokes. If you're stroking a flower petal on our next sheet, you're going to start where it says end and end where it says start. All right? But all lefties adapt to the right-hand world in different ways. So whichever's easiest for you, just play with it. It should be easy for you to do. If any of these strokes are difficult, then you guys out there are doing something wrong, okay? It's supposed to be a simple, simple stroke for you. Now let's come right here. Now this is a little trickier, but I want you to watch what I'm doing. This is how we make the holly, all right? We're going to touch, push down, lift.
Can't
push
see.
Down,
sorry. Here it comes. It's back.
Push down, lift.
I don't know when. I hope I didn't turn the audio off.
Those things.
Well,
That's TV.
It's important. I got to make sure it's working here.
I don't know what you're doing with them.
Hopefully making it work properly. I'm not sure if I'm even doing that.
You're not.
Well, it looks like it's working now. I don't know about before, but now it should be good. Now they should be able to hear us. I don't know what was going on before. I think it worked before. I think I just pressed a button real fast.
In the morning or late at night, whenever it's your time. With my 7 children, I'd find a time that was best for me, and that was at night. I just wanted to relax.
7 children, my goodness.
That's what I want you to do.
Whoa.
All right, now, this leaf is really fun. This leaf, we're going to start here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to wiggle, and we want to see a seashell. See, it's a half circle seashell right here, like a fan. And as soon as we see that, then we can let the brush stand up and slide to the tip. Now, if this brush is leaning down, I want you to watch. If it's laying down, we can do the wiggles, but we can't get that tip unless we totally crank this around, and then we have this ugly tail on here. So we don't want to do that. We want to keep the brush handle straight up and down. 1, 2, 3. This is another key. Look at this straight on. 1, 2, 3. We want to keep that pressure so that brush covers from there to there. My entire stroke. Now what happens is lots of people get started and they start releasing pressure, and then they're not covering the whole stroke. That's what I want you to work on, all right? This is the left side, the right side. One side's always easier than the other, all right? And then this is another little fun leaf. Let's show you this. Wiggle, lift, do not come off your palette, and slide back to the center. And what we have accomplished there is the leaf,
stem, right?
The stem and the vine, and one stroke with.
There it is. Look at that one.
What we're going to do here is I'm going to get my larger brush, and I'm going to show you how to do a vine. All right?
Oh, vine
Lots
time.
of paint. Push hard, wiggle, back and forth, get that brush in there. All right, here we are. We're up on the chisel edge, okay? We're slightly, when we're leading with the chisel edge, we're always going to lead with a lighter color when we're up on the chisel edge. We're going to slightly lift the yellow, and we're going to drag these bristles. See that? That's our vine. I just want you to practice that.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Now,
look at that vine. Look at that thing.
We're going to go to the petal sheet and just show you.
Petal sheet.
And I want to show you a couple things as we look through this that are going to be a lot like the leaves that you're going to be pretty surprised about because it's very simple and how they relate to each other. Here we go. Here we go. Let's look at this stroke that we just did up here. This stroke here looks like half the leaf we just did. Can you see that? Right here is a tulip. Now what you do is you go in your garden and you find these strokes. I'm loading my brush again so I'm ready for you.
Go in your garden.
You find these petals and say, well, you know what, that kind of looks like that holly I was.
So you're drawing from life, or you're making a still life, I guess.
See that?
Go in the garden.
All the way around, just like we're doing with the holly. This right here is like the half of the leaf. Look at this. Does that look familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. Now look at this. This is the one.
We've seen this before.
But it's also your sunflower petal.
Ooh.
All right, which we're going to do a little bit later. Now watch this. This is what a lefty would do. They would start on this side, go to this side. Now let's do this one more time. Watch this. Here's a righty. Push, left. Real important, what I don't want you to do is we don't turn our brush in a half circle. We don't do that.
No, we don't.
Oh, we
Why
don't.
not?
Yeah,
We
what
stand
he
here,
said.
we push on the bristles. Now I want you to
didn't
practice those as
realize
you do.
something.
What's that?
Every time I painted, I never done this kind of one of painting.
You haven't used this technique before, have
No,
you?
no.
This is a very specific. It says folk art. One stroke is the technique, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I have heard of this particular style.
I haven't. I can tell you right now, I haven't.
Yeah.
I know, because when I was painting back when I was in school, never thought of this kind of painting, this kind of way to paint.
It's its own style. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, now we'll know how to do it. We're learning so much from this video.
I know.
To do our curly cues. Remember, we're going to go into
Curlicues.
water 3 times. Go to the edge of the puddle. That's real important. Never go here and put it to the side, okay?
Don't do it.
If you make these circles here, every time you come by this puddle, you're going to pick up a little bit more paint. We want it inky. This is the only brush, guys, that I'm using water with, okay? Roll my brush in that paint so I don't have drips. Pull out. That's a good way, too. You can do that and see if it looks watery. And you don't want it pasty either, so you have to do right in between. Put this brush in your hand like a pencil, and then move it from right here to the first knuckle, okay? Then I want you to take and hold your shoulder, and I want you to make big circles. We are not using our wrist. We are not using our fingers, our entire arm.
Ooh.
When I learned how to do curly
Full
cue, I
body
thought I was hot stuff.
workout here.
Thing to teach myself. So if you get in the habit of being on your little finger, let's come right down here.
Never
We're going
knew
to take
that
our little
there was
finger.
a certain way to paint. Not paint, period. I never heard of this.
Surprise. Oh, here we go. We're actually making a painting now, I hope.
Okay, so I start going.
This looks like it's on the laminated sheet still, but let's see what happens.
Then I'm going to reverse the other way.
It's getting wiggly.
And what I want you to do is get going here and look up at me. I want you to look up and don't look at what you're doing and just feel your arm. That's how you're going to get that feeling without looking. I don't want you to take the pattern and follow it. Just make those curls
What you're
without it.
doing?
Yes.
Oh, that's hot. That is hot. I gotta admit, that's hot. Trying to do it with your hand and just looking up.
It's like painting blindfolded.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
It's essentially what's going on here.
White. See how I'm at the edge of the puddle of the white paint?
I see that.
Then I come right here and pounce just as hard over here into the purple. See, I don't do this, and I'm not doing this. I see a lot of you out there doing that. I want you to
Really?
pounce just like
I
this.
haven't doing anything.
Don't.
Watching you
Okay.
clowns.
She saw you doing it.
Everybody says, oh, look, it looks bad in there. Can you see that inside? You're not supposed to be looking at that and worrying about that. It is fanned out. That's not going to show, okay? Now let's come over here and start pouncing. What we want to do is keep the
Pouncing.
purple up. We're not going to turn the brush in our fingers, okay? We're going to keep the purple up, and we're going to move our hand around.
Ooh, look at this.
Now we're not going to pounce until it's all lavender. We're going to pounce until you see purple, light purple, medium purple, and white. You want to see all the shades. And if you want to get a smaller tip, you lean the brush on the edge, just like this, and lightly tip the edge until we have a tip. And you can even go back and get some purple, come back in there and add
Oh,
more.
here we go again.
And that's all you have to do. Now
Uh-huh.
let's go paint a project. We're going to have lots of fun. Come on.
Oh, here we go. We're doing it. This is like the Bob Ross style paint along with part. This is where it gets real good.
Well, let's
start painting sunflowers. It's an easy project to start with, and you're going to find out how fun it is and how quick you blend, shade, and highlight. We're going to take our scruffy brush and we're going to pounce it in half black and half brown. Now, if you don't want a lot of black in your sunflower, then you might want to put 2/3 brown. We've got maple syrup and licorice here.
That's the name of the color.
Got lots of paint on the brush. Now we're going to come right here on our watering can, and we're going to pounce a seed with that brown.
That was the name of the paint color names, yeah. Chocolate, ooh, donut. Okay. We got donut.
Now we're going to take our number 12 flat, and we're going to take in between the yellow ochre and school bus yellow, we're going to grab our paint and we're going to push, turn, lift, one stroke leaves, look at that, all the way around. Now the beauty of one stroke is that look how this black comes in, the brown comes in.
I see that, yes.
We have little streaks all around our petals.
Okay.
We blend, shade, and highlight as we go. What you're going to love is if you don't like a stroke, you pick up fresh paint and restroke over it.
That's right.
Now what happens here is if your center dries before you're all the way around, pick up your scruffy and repounce again where it's dry. All right? Now we're going to come back here.
Oh, that was fast.
Repounce, pick up more paint and repounce to clean up your edges where you pulled from the center. Then we're going to pick up on the light brown edge on the maple syrup. We're going to pick up yellow ochre and we're going to repounce while it's wet and put a little highlight there. Isn't that great? Just that easy. Take our 3/4 inch flat brush, double load it with school bus yellow and green forest, and then we're going to paint our leaves on here. Let's find a place. I did really big on this sunflower. Now what I want to tell you that you're going to love on this metal is that if you don't like what you've done, you can wipe it off and start all over again. I'm going to turn this around. Remember, turn your piece. Don't worry about it being sit straight on your table, all right? Right here, wiggle out. Now, if you paint on metal, it will not look good if you use water.
Look at this. If you use water,
like that.
You
Put
want
a couple
it all
more leaves.
acrylic.
It's a waterproof thing.
Well, it's water-based paint, but you want just the paint that not mixed with so much water. It'll be all runny and not stick on there, right?
All done on this side.
Oh, that's how you do it.
I just took my number 12 brush and put some little leaves.
Okay then. Wow.
Now I'm going to show you wisteria.
Hey.
Let's go paint some wisteria.
We want wisteria.
Out of the way. Great for mailboxes too.
Oh, that means you can put it on the mailbox out front.
Mailbox.
Now my scruffy brush,
Now we're
remember,
talking.
we're going to pounce in the bottom to clean this bottom of our basin to clean this out. Now, when we're painting on wood or paper mache, there's all sorts of surfaces you can use, even fabrics. While you're painting on those, you might use different mediums. Fabric, you're going to use fabric medium, but on this wood, I'm going to use floaty medium. Now, this is any time that you think you want to use water, all right? Got my scruffy all dried out, ready to go, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to come over here to our wood piece, and this isn't a perfect piece. It's really fun to paint on wood. You take and base coat it, lightly sand it, get it all ready, and if it's outdoor paint, if it's for the outdoors, you're not going to worry about it because our paint has a really good pure pigmented paint.
So she's not using the acrylics anymore, or not like she was. These are house paints I think she's got on there now.
It's a gel. It's the fluff that's inside paint with no pigment in it. You dip into it after your brush is already loaded. You work it in. Now you can only use that every second to third strokes, okay? Because
It's a little confusing, actually. I don't know if she's using the regular acrylics with that medium or house paint. I think maybe it is the regular acrylics with that medium. It's a little confusing.
We're going to be up on the chisel edge. All right? We're going to come right in here. Add some little vines. See, we start on this side, come over. Start on this side, come over.
Okay.
And then we can put our house number or whatever right in the middle.
Okay.
Flat brushes are great for doing those numbers and names. Or you could even buy letters and put them in there if you don't feel like you're good at it. All right, now, we're going to make an ivy.
Uh-oh.
See this?
Oh, boy.
Put a stroke here. Now, see the combinations of strokes I've done right there? Now, I'm going to do it with you slower. All right here. We're going to put a V. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Remember our starter stroke? wiggle, out to the side. Pick up fresh paint, 1, 2, 3, wiggle out to the side. Now, we're going to put a V right here. We put a V to start our leaves. That keeps an open area there so you're not overlapping the leaves wrong. 1, 2, 3, and we put a heart. Watch this. We have a heart right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, wiggle. Okay. Remember the handle straight up and down.
Look at that.
Remember those 3 steps.
Pretty good,
Put
yeah.
2/3
That's
worth of
really
paint in your
good.
brush, up the bristles. 2/3 up. Second, the handle straight up and down the whole time you're stroking. And third, we have to put pressure. Now I want to show you really quick what happens. Here's my V.
I think this
Watch
could
what happens
fall in
if
the
I don't have
category of
pressure.
one of those satisfying videos that everybody posts now, Uncle, online. This is one of those satisfying videos. Watching painting.
Right here. I'm not going to put pressure.
No pressure.
That's what a lot of people do. They stand right up on the edge. Might look okay to you, but look how much nicer it is
When you do the
when you
pressure.
push.
When you put. I see the difference.
Besides, you get a better blending
You
shade.
see the difference?
I see the difference.
I see the difference. It's not fully like a heart. I noticed it. I finally seen that. Now I see it.
That's how it's done.
Right,
Uncle.
I see what she's meaning about pressure, putting pressure on it. Yeah, that's very seenable.
Indeed.
All right, right in.
Get ready for the
A
wisteria.
few little one-stroke
Wisteria,
leaves,
what's
always
this?
pulling
It's a
stems
flower,
in.
right?
See how I kind
we
of
got
laid
some
the big
flowers
leaves
coming up.
first? Then I come back in. Let's see, where are we going to go? Come over here. Let's put some wisteria in here. Now, remember, we're going to pounce the scruffy, half white, half purple.
Oh, here we go. Now it's going to get
Okay,
good.
going to keep the purple up.
now the
Now,
color
what you're
comes
going to
in.
love is wet on top of wet. You do not have to let anything.
Pay attention to this, Uncle. This is important.
Yeah.
See, and that's a little. You don't have to let anything dry because we're not using water.
Oh, we're
And
not
usually
using
you have to get
water.
out that blow dryer.
What was this paint?
It's the I guess it's acrylic with that medium mixed into it. I think is what she was saying. I don't know.
And
There they are, the wisterias.
okay, come up here. Maybe I'll put a little bit more. You could even put a little ribbon or something up there. Some of those strokes I was showing you with the leaves will make a little ribbon that way too. Okay, come back here. See how I just keep coming back and adding more color? See, I'm getting muddy. You don't want to be muddy. And then to
don't wanna
finish
be
this
muddy.
up, we're going to
Nope.
get our script liner.
That's what I'm getting worried about. Actually, that might get a little too blended or something.
Were they based on?
We have pure
my
pigmented colors and our other acrylic colors with really great pigmentation. All right, script liner. Have my little finger down.
Well, oh, I
Look
see
at
that.
this. Fun, fun,
Didn't
fun.
see that coming.
And end it with your name.
did.
Whenever I'm
That's pretty-
signing my
You
name,
knew that was gonna
I
happen.
steady with my little finger, and there I go.
There's the name, yeah. you
Isn't
know.
that fun? Now that you've completed your projects, you can see there are so many other designs that you can learn. Remember, to become an excellent one-stroke painter, all it takes is practice.
There it is.
Brushstroke Basics featuring Donna Dewberry is presented by
Plaid Enterprises Incorporated.
Plaid.
Our quality paints, stencils, and other tools will make your next project so beautiful, so easy, so Plaid.
Okay. Yeah, who made this thing? Cutters? Cutters. Thank you, Cutters.
Well,
No.
they ain't talking through the half
I guess
half
there's-
of it, and I'm trying to concentrate on the lady, what she's trying to talk about.
Did you get all that?
About the painting.
There's not even a credits section on this video. That's something interesting. Wow. All it said was Cutters. That's all we get.
Just the cutters.
I would kind of like to know who the Cutters are. Now I don't know.
Man. That's like getting into who wrote it, who did this, who did that. That's in the bad stuff that you don't want to do.
That's usually how a video ends, though. It tells you who did it.
No, that's not.
All right,
the way.
let's rewind this. We know how to rewind a tape. We got that going for us. So let's see here. We know what we're doing.
Now, who's in the crack room?
So far, nobody is in the
We
crack
have
room.
to have somebody to have it check on the crack room.
There's nobody
to know
there,
who
Uncle?
to have it rated.
Well, look,
At least
look.
one.
I'm
At
telling you,
least
nobody's
one.
there. Nobody's here today. I don't know what's going on.
What's going on? Are they
it's-
watching the Olympics?
Well,
That's probably it.
Oh,
I think
maybe
it was a bad
maybe.
weekend to start this.
It's okay. It was only a half-hour tape. We don't have to do any more. This is perfect, actually. Let me see. It doesn't look like it posted to the Twitter. I'll have to figure out how to get that to work. But it looked like it went through to our YouTube and all that. It should be on YouTube right now. And this might be one of those videos that people watch afterwards, Uncle. Even though it was a live stream, people might go back and watch it later. Yeah, we're live on YouTube, so... Yeah, I don't know what's up. But, whatever.
Who's that idiot again?
Yes, yeah. We don't have to have anybody here to rate this with us. We can rate it ourselves and write it on a little card and return it to the thrift store. It's okay. So we'll do it that way. It's going to be all right. Let me
you ain't rating it first then, cause
go ahead and do me a favor. See our cards over there, Uncle? Grab me one of them. I'm going to get a pen out. Careful your headphones. Okay. So Uncle and I are going to get our card that we can put back into the tape. The business cards here. And let's see here. I will put the heading on this. It says ratings for this video. Okay, I guess I'll put me first. Sidekick.
Yeah, you first. I'm on second.
Sidekick gives this. I'm going to say for this video... Oh, boy, this is a tough one. I kind of enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I wasn't thrilled by this video. It was okay, and I think it was good for this show.
6 out of 10?
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I'm just not impressed by it overall. But don't let my rating influence you, Uncle. You say what you want to say about this. What do you rate this video? Which is... Folk art, one-stroke, brushstroke basics video. The first in a series, perhaps? I don't know if it's a series, if it's one video.
7.5.
7.5 out of 10?
Yeah, not a 10, because it's not quite at that point.
Out of 10. Okay, so we have given our ratings on this video. Let me show you so everybody can see. There we go. So I wrote that on the card. The card will go in. Let's see here. We will.
Where's the card?
We'll eject the tape here, and we'll put it back into the case. Back into the case. Here we go.
Is it rewound? Oh yeah.
It's rewound. We were kind. We rewound. We do that. I don't know about anybody else. So there we go. Here's our tape. This with our rating going in here. And I'll put a little piece of tape to make sure that doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
And we will return it to the thrift store so that whoever gets this tape next knows what we thought of it. And they'll get our business card. Maybe they'll be new listeners because of it, Uncle. I haven't gotten any emails or anything from anybody who's found one of these tapes yet. But
they haven't? You haven't?
I haven't heard anything from it. But
I'm surprised.
It's just crazy enough to work. I don't know.
Well, that they might be testing it to... Yeah, let's go to the thrift store to find a tape. And when they do that, if the people do that, they'll find one. And it might be the one we looked at.
I feel like it could work. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows? And yeah, it's hard to tell what's going on with a lot of this stuff. I'm kind of bummed about the Twitter thing, but we'll get that up and running for probably the next stream. I'll keep doing more tests on that to make that work. So we'll get that. Nobody in the chat today. That's all right. We'll do more streams later. I might
the
even...
heck is that head?
Let me take... That's distracting.
Take that thing off.
We
take
that
thing off. He's an idiot anyway.
There, that's better.
Yeah.
Uncle doesn't like the Trump image I had on the Twitter tab there. But yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, we don't have anything else to do on the stream today, right, Uncle?
Nothing else to do. Hopefully somebody have listened to copy to watch this. If they haven't thought a chance to do, go ahead and look at it and see what we said about it. Mm-hmm. Go from there.
Thank you. Yeah, we're UncleThePodcast.com, at Uncle Podcast, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all that. So thank you. And do listen to the regular podcast It's on our YouTube. It's on our website. You can find the podcast there.
And if what's her name in the crack room there?
Sally.
If Sally's there, whatever you rated it, I don't know what you rated.
We can still write it on the card. If you leave a comment on the YouTube video or anywhere, be like, I give this a whatever. I'll break the card out and write it back on there, and so that whoever gets the tape next knows what you think of it too. That's important. So thank you, everybody.
Thank
we'll
you,
see
everybody.
you on the next show.
I'll see you on the next show. Bye-bye. Boom, 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 boom. I like that music. Where's the